Good evening, welcome to ICU TV News. We take a look at the stories making headlines. Government launches reproductive health rights project to combat teenage pregnancies and child marriages. 2024 intake Zambia Army Special Forces inducted after completing training. 50-year-old woman dies after two vehicles collide in Lusaka Woodlands area. Activists say ship aiming to sail to Gaza was attacked by drones. Fast joins Mourners at late Sergeant Evans Nali's funeral. With the details, my name is Mary Dolosera. With the government in partnership with Action Aid Zambia and Family Development Initiatives, FDI has officially launched the Empowered Community for Sustainable Development Reproductive Health Rights project, aiming at addressing adolescent sexual and reproductive health challenges. Minister of Education Douglas Kalima highlighted the urgent need to tackle the growing challenges of teenage pregnancies and child marriages, particularly among girls and adolescents with disabilities. Mr. Kalima notes that nearly 29% of young women aged 15 to 19 in Zambia have already given birth, with the rate significantly higher in rural areas and among those with limited education. Speaking during the launch, which was held at Taj Pamuzi Hotel, Mr. Kalima expressed concerns over the long-term consequences of early pregnancies, including maternal health risks, reduced education opportunities, and limited economic prospects. Mr. Kalima commends Action Aid Zambia and FDI for their investment in reproductive health and rights, describing the project as a vital intervention in reducing early and unintended pregnancies, child marriages, and gender-based violence. He reaffirms the government's support for such initiatives and urges all stakeholders, including traditional, religious, civil, and businesses leaders, to actively contribute to creating a safer and more equitable environment for Zambia's youths. Mr. Kalima further notes that the project seeks to create empowered communities that can effectively respond to reproductive health issues and foster gender equality, with a focus on education, access to services, and the elimination of harmful practices affecting adolescents. Northern Province Minister Leonard Mbao has appealed to stakeholders to support the proposed changes to the Constitution. He emphasizes that the Constitution plays a vital role in shaping Zambia's path towards development and national stability. Mr. Mbao made the remarks while officiating at a stakeholders meeting focused on the constitutional amendment process.
This is an opportunity for us to reflect on our governance framework and to make necessary adjustments to ensure it serves the needs of our people. So I want to make it very, very clear, this is a developmental agenda, this is a national agenda, it's not partisan, it's not religious, it's not traditional, but it encompasses all of us.
Meanwhile, Northern Province Permanent Secretary Bernard Bundu also delivered remarks at the event, while Deputy Permanent Secretary Beauty Undipiri outlined the roadmap for the proposed constitutional amendment.
And advances interest.
On the 26th of March,
this year, 2025, the Minister of Justice updated Parliament on the proposed constitution of Zambia, the amendment bill. And this also went to the Electoral Reform Committee and reported on the limitation of constituencies.
The 2024-10 of the Zambian Army Special Forces has officially been inducted following the successful completion of a 9-month basic training program. The induction parade took place at a Special Forces training school in Mbala District, Northern Province, and was officiated by Defense Ministry Ambrose Lufuma. In his address, Mr. Lufuma encourages the newly inducted troops to safeguard the nation's territorial integrity and reiterated the government's commitment to supporting the defense forces in fulfilling their mandate. He emphasizes that the special forces are entrusted with protecting national interests and noted President Hakainde Hichilema's vision for the military to contribute to national and economic development. Mr. Lufuma also reaffirmed support for Zambia's troops participating in United Nations peacekeeping missions.
Special forces operatives must not only possess well-rounded and balanced knowledge in matters of defense and security, but also other areas. Therefore, we are determined to support the defense force in achieving necessary abilities and skills that will enable them to continue contributing effectively to peace and security and national development beyond their years of service.
And Zambia Army Commander Lieutenant General Geoffrey Zele describes the special forces as the final line of defense in preserving Zambia's security and called on the inductees to uphold professionalism and serve with honor. He also expressed gratitude to the government for its ongoing support of military training programs.
I have all the trust that we have been well groomed to live up to the Army's values, faith, and expectations. Welcome to the Special Forces family. Big congratulations to all of you excelling through months of pain, sweat, and hard work, fog and friction, chaos and confusion.
Meanwhile, Commander of the Special Forces Group, Brigadier General Charles Swana, highlights that the inductees have successfully transitioned from regular soldiers into elite unit committed to defending the Constitution. Training School Commandant Lieutenant Colonel Bright Tatel praised the new soldiers for demonstrating exceptional courage and perseverance throughout the rigorous program. The ceremony was attended by several high-ranking officials, including Northern Province Minister Leonard Mao, Muchinga Province Minister Njavwa Simutoe, Defense Ministry Permanent Secretary Mambo Hama-Undu, and Zambia Air Force Commander Lieutenant General Oscar Nyoni.
I say congratulations. You are now the Commander-in-Chief's last punch, deployed by the Army Commander. You belong to the Special Forces Group, which is the preserve of a few brave, fearless, selfless combatants whose every second of their lives are ready to defend the Zambian Constitution at all costs.
Far out of being the best created, when one falls, another one is ready to assist their party.
During field training exercises, he held various appointments during field exercises from team leader, squad leader, and finally squadron commander.
Thank you, sir.
The fourth award, the guest of honor, sir, is Best in Weapons. 113295, Private Mainza Chinza. The trainee.
The Information and Communications University has announced that the 2025 end of semester exams will begin on June 2nd. As part of the preparations, students are reminded to register for the upcoming exams and to review the draft timetable, now available on the Students' Aims portal. According to the university's notice, potential clashes between semester courses have been resolved, and the timetable has been structured to accommodate all students fairly. The university encourages students to plan ahead by securing the necessary resources, familiarizing themselves with the exam centers, and preparing academically. The school notes that overload and repeat courses will be scheduled for the makeup exams in October 2025. The university urges all students to review the timetable carefully and make the necessary preparations to ensure a smooth exam experience. We're now taking our first break. Please stay with us for more news.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
Hello, and welcome to ICU. It's a brand new academic year of 2025. As a Dean of Students, I'm here to ensure that your experience at ICU is not only academically fulfilling, but also enriching on a personal level. University life is a time of tremendous growth, filled with opportunities to build lifelong friendships, to discover your passions, and to develop skills that will serve you beyond your classroom. Here at ICU, we emphasize community and inclusivity, and also support for every student. Remember that my office is here to assist you with any of your concerns. Now, whether related to student affairs, student welfare, extracurricular activities, or personal challenges, do not hesitate. We are here to reach out, and we are here to listen, and we will help you. Get involved with student organizations, sports, and campus events, and make sure you make the most out of your time here at ICU. This is your chance to create memories and experiences, and that they will last a lifetime. Once again, I welcome you to the mighty family of ICU, and I wish you great success, inspiring and joyful academic year. Thank you.
In our local stories, a 50-year-old woman has died in Lusaka Woodlands area after two vehicles collide and veered off the road. The fatal incident occurred yesterday afternoon at the intersection of Chindo and Twin Palm roads, involving a Toyota Hilux and a Toyota Allion. Police spokesperson Ray Hamonga confirms the deceased as Atalia Piri of Garden House, who was selling roasted cassava at the roadside at the time of the crash. According to Mr. Hamonga, the accident happened when the driver of the Toyota Allion failed to yield at the Toyota Hilux, leading to a collision. The impact caused the Hilux to swerve off the road and hit a signpost, which then fatally struck Piri. Both drivers, 50-year-old Jonah Kauma and 18-year-old male, survived the incident. A 17-year-old boy, Watson Mwape of Magazine compound in Chipata has died after being hit by a vehicle early this morning. Eastern Province Police Commanding Officer Robertson Mwemba confirmed the incident occurred around 7:40 a.m. at Lutembwe Bridge near Chipata Police Camp along Chadiza Road. The driver, 30-year-old Gift Nkata of Mchini compound, was operating at Msubisi Center and escaped uninjured. According to Mr. Mwemba, Mape sustained a fatal head injuries and was pronounced dead at the scene. Preliminary investigation indicated the driver was reportedly speeding, veered off far left and struck the pedestrian who was walking off the road in the same direction. A 30-year-old resident of Kateche village in Chief a 34-year-old resident of Kateche village in Chief Kapatamoyo area, Chipata district, has tragically taken his own life by hanging from a tree following a night of drinking after selling a 5-kilogram bag of fertilizer. According to Eastern Province Police Commander Officer Robertson Mwemba, the incident occurred on May 1st, 2025 at approximately 1 p.m. in Kateche village. Details reveal that Matthias Banda, a married man with 3 children, left his home in good health on April 30, 2025 at 7 a.m. Mr. Mwemba reports that after selling a bag of urea fertilizer, Banda did not return home and was found hanging from a tree by children tending to cattle on May 1st around 1 p.m. You're still watching ICU TV Mini News. We'll take a short break, and coming up next is the international and sports news. Please stay with us.
Papa, I found someone who feels like he's the one.
I thought the Machelas were searching for peace.
What's the son? Hey, why should I?
Mrs. Majula.
Lillian. You are not wife, of course.
I don't want to ever set my eyes on you.
Is it done?
The deal is done. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Do you think you'd ever live in the village?
I saw no harm in being friends with him.
In 41 and past on my boss. I'll stay loyal to the boss and do what needs to be done.
This war began many generations ago.
People speculate that maybe Kasu was trying to get revenge for her husband.
Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. And in our international news, activists who were planning to sail a ship to Gaza say it was struck by drones in international waters off the coast of Mata, appearing to accuse Israel of being behind the attack. The Freedom Flotilla Collision said its ship, the Coscience, was targeted at 12:23 local time on Friday and issued an SOS sign right after the attack. The BBC was sent a recording at the distress call from the flotilla ship recorded by a crew member on a nearby oil tanker. The captain of the flotilla ship can clearly be heard reporting drone strikes and a fire on board. The Maltese government said everyone aboard the ship was confirmed safe and that the fire on board the ship was brought under control overnight. Still in international news, Prince Harry tells BBC he wants reconciliation with royal family. The Duke of Sussex has told the BBC he would love a reconciliation with royal family in an emotional interview in which he said he was devastated at losing a legal challenge over his security in the UK. Prince Harry said the king won't speak to me because of this security stuff, but that he did not want to fight anymore and did not know how much longer my father has. The prince spoke to BBC News in California after losing an appeal over the levels of security he and his father are entitled to while in the UK. He says after the defeat that he could not see a world in which he would bring his wife and children back to the UK at this point.
Can't see a world in which I would be bringing my wife and children back to the UK at this point. And the things that they're going to miss is, well, everything. You know, I love my country. I always have done, despite what some people in that country have done. So, you know, I miss the UK. I miss parts of the UK. Of course I do, and I think that it's really quite sad that I won't be able to show, you know, my children my homeland. There is a lot of control and ability in my father's hands. Ultimately, this whole thing could be resolved through him, not necessarily by intervening, but by stepping aside, allowing the experts to do what is necessary and to carry out an RMB. That said, this all was initiated under a previous government. There is now a new government. I have had it described to me, once people knew about the facts, that this is an good old-fashioned establishment stitch-up, and that's what it feels like. There have been so many disagreements, differences between me and some of my family.
We'll take a short break. Stay tuned for sports news.
At the Information and Communications University, we're not just educating students, we're shaping the future of Zambia and beyond. With a global perspective, ICU offers cutting-edge programs in information technology, business, humanities, engineering, and education. We combine theory with practical skills, ensuring our graduates are ready for the job market.
Whether full-time or distance learning, our flexible programs cater to the needs of every student, creating pathways for success. ICU is driven by innovation, research, and entrepreneurship.
We empower our students to be leaders and change makers in their industries.
Through strategic global partnership, including collaboration with leading universities such as St. Petersburg State University and others, we give our students a competitive edge on the global stage.
Our graduates don't just earn degrees, they create impact. They are leading the way in ICT, business, engineering, and more, both locally and internationally. Join the Information and Communications University, where your future begins today.
Welcome back, and in our sports news, the Football Association of Zambia, FAZ, joins the family, friends, and sports community in mourning the late Sergeant Evans Nali, father of Copper Queen's goalkeeper Hazel Nali, who passed away on 29 April 2025 at Minasoko Military Hospital. A solemn church service was held at the Army's Chapel in Lusaka before Sergeant Nali was laid to rest at Matumbi Cemetery and Remembrance Park with full military honor. FAZ General Secretary Ruben Kamanga extended condolences on behalf of the football fraternity, honoring Sergeant Nali for raising a national sports figure. Hazel Nali paid tribute to her father, describing him as a pillar of support throughout her football journey. The funeral drew attendance from the Zambian Army, Copper Queen's teammates, Green Buffalo Women Football Club, and members of the wide supporting community. Zambia under 20 national team coach Boyd Mulwanda says his squad is fully motivated and ready to give their best as they prepare to face host Egypt in a crucial Group A fixture at the Total Energy Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations on Saturday. Speaking ahead of highly anticipated encounter, Mulwanda expressed confidence in the team's preparations and spirits, emphasizing their determinations to make the nation proud. The match, set to kick off at 17 hours, mark a key moment in Zambia's campaign as they seek to advance from the group stages. Mulwanda praises the players' focus and work ethic, noting that they understand the magnitude of representing their country on such a significant stage. The team is expected to put on a strong performance against the hosts in what promises to be an intense and competitive match. The sport item brings us to the end of the main news. Before we go, let's take a quick recap of the stories making headlines. Government launches reproductive health rights projects to combat teenage pregnancies and child marriages. 2024 intake of Zambia Army Special Forces inducted after completing training. 50-year-old woman dies after two vehicles collide in Lusaka, Woodlands area. Activists say ship aiming to sail to Gaza was attacked by drones. Faz joins Mourners at late Sergeant Evans Nali funeral. Thank you so much for watching. For more news, stay glued to our Facebook page at ICU TV and our website at icutvzm.com.
Papa, I found someone who feels like he's the one.
I thought the Machelas were searching for peace. Mrs. Majila.
Lillian, you are not wife, of course.
I don't want to ever set my eyes on you.
Is it done?
The deal is done. Signed, sealed, and delivered. Do you think you'd ever live in the village?
I saw no harm in being friends with him.
In 41 and pass on my boss. I'll stay loyal to the boss and do what needs to be done.
This war began many generations ago.
People speculate that maybe because she was trying to get revenge for her husband.